This lesson is based on the old song Little Maggie, a popular old traditional song that's popular in the bluegrass world. It definitely leans towards the blues side of bluegrass more than the major sound of bluegrass. It utilizes that flat 7 chord within the progression as well as in the melody. In this lesson I kind of break it down from the basic melody, and then I kind of have a variation where we're just kind of adding rolls to that melody in the open position. And then I have another variation that kind of goes up the neck, kind of follows the chord progression that way in the melody as well. I also break away from the melody a little bit and throw in some just kind of classic Dobro licks that you can kind of utilize in other songs or jams as well. If you'd like to access this full lesson, go ahead and click on the link in the video description below. You can also subscribe to my email list. There's a link as well in the description below for that. You will get notified when new lessons are uploaded, as well as other things Dobro related. Thank you. All right, let's get started on learning the basic melody, the Little Maggie here. I'm going to play the first 4 measures slowly. All right, so in measure 1, that's going to start on the root note. It's just going to be that 3rd string open. You're going to hit that twice. Right, so that's the root note because we're in the key of G, and the G chord's going on, and we're hitting the G note. That's going to go to that 2nd string at the 3rd fret, and I kind of slid into it. I hit that once, and then I'm going to hit that twice at the end of the measure. And I'm just kind of playing most of this melody with my thumb. It's just a basic melody, and I'm just kind of getting the sound of the song in my head. Then in measure 3, the progression changes to the F chord, and the melody over that part is going to be that 2nd fret of the 3rd string, then 3rd string open. And it's going to land on an F note, that 3rd fret of the 4th string. And then in measure 4, we're back to that 3rd string 2nd fret. Again, I slid into it. We hit that twice. So one more time here are measures 1 through 4. Alright, that leads us to measures 5 through 8. I'll go ahead and play those slowly. Alright, measure 5, we're at that 3rd fret of the 2nd string still. We're going to hit that twice. Back at the G chord at that point. And then in measure 6, we go to a D chord, and this is the melody over the D chord. Starts on that 3rd fret of the 2nd string again. Goes to that 1st fret of the 2nd string, 3rd fret of the 3rd string. And then in measure 7, we're back at that root of the G chord. And it's kind of the final note of that phrase. Right? So that whole section is very, very minor pentatonic sound there. Right? Obviously that is the melody to this particular song, but that's just also a series of notes that you'll use quite a bit in this flavor of song. So right, so you kind of goof around with those notes in measure 6 to 7. You're going to find a lot of familiar sounds in there if you don't know those already. And then in measure 8, we just got another open 3rd string that's kind of leading into the next part of the melody. But one more time, here are measures 5 through 8. All right, moving on to measures 9 through 12. I'm going to go ahead and play those slowly. Yeah, so measures 9 through 12, it's kind of getting back to that main first part of the melody, kind of like measures 1 through 4. Slight differences in the way I played it. In measure 9, we're going to hit that open G string, third string open 3 times, and the rhythm's going to be that. And in measure 10, back to that third string of the third fret of the second string, hitting that twice. Measure 11, we go to that F chord again. We're going to be that second fret of the third string like before. Third string open, landing on that F note, the third fret of the fourth string. And then in measure 12, we're back at that third string second fret. Again, that's kind of leading into the next part of the melody. So one more time, here are measures 9 through 12. All right, and we'll kind of finish off this basic melody here in measures 13 through 16. Right, measure 13, at that third fret of the second string again, doing this rhythm. That's leading to measure 14, where we're at the D chord, and we're going to do that lick starting on that third fret of the second string, first fret of the second string, third fret of the third string. And then in measure 15, we're hitting that final note of the melody, which is that open third string, the G. Back to the G chord and the progression there. All right, so here are measures 1 through 16, just the whole melody here.